to you from the end of a day at the library, and I'm here to talk to you about that Sherry Turkle video I linked yesterday. So Sherry Turkle is a psychologist who looks at the internet and humanity, which I think is really interesting, obviously, because I spend a lot of time on the internet and I find it fascinating how it interacts with our everyday lives. And in this particular video that I was watching yesterday, she was talking about how she feels like people are losing the ability to connect with one another because of the internet. Because of the internet and because of cell phones and text messaging and the smartphones and how we're always connected except not really. And I definitely agree with this because I know that I find that when I'm alone, I'm much more likely to reach for my cell phone and try and text someone now than before when I didn't have unlimited texting and or people to text. Once you start getting in the habit of always being in contact with people, it's really hard to not be in contact with people all the time. And the experience that I've had, especially living in residence, is that you get quite addicted to being around people. And so without realizing it, you just want to be around people all of the time. Especially because there are people everywhere and it's so easy to be around people all the time. And I found over the past few months that I did actually forget how to be alone. And if you know me, you know that this is quite a big deal. Because I spend a lot of time on my own, and I have spent a lot of time on my own in the past. But there was a point where I couldn't be alone. And I had to be with other people. And it was really strange. So I definitely agree with Sherry Turkle about that. But the other thing that Sherry Turkle said was that all of these text messages and things don't together as a collective make up a conversation. And I think that that's probably true, except that I also think that she's glossing over the fact that it is still possible to have a meaningful conversation via text. And this is the thing that I think I've really got out of the internet. I know that having my internet friends has enabled me to connect with other people in a way that I definitely didn't before. Before, I was too afraid to share vulnerabilities with people because I had to do it face to face. But having got to know people who I really like over the internet and having had long, extensive, in-depth, very deeply personal conversations via text medium, be that Skype or email or mostly just Skype, to be perfectly honest. Having had those conversations has allowed me to experience what it is like to open up to someone and to really understand what it means to make connections with other human beings. I don't think I understood what that meant a year ago, and thanks to the internet and thanks to text-based communication, I have. And it's also given me the confidence to open up to people that I know in real life, and it's given me way more confidence to actually share vulnerabilities face-to-face. And so in this respect, I think that the internet and text-based communication, and even text messages, are a really valuable asset for shy people, and for people who don't get out much, and for people like me last year who don't currently have a social life. I think it's better to have a text-based social life than no social life at all. And that was what I was thinking about yesterday while I was watching that TED Talk, and I will see you all again tomorrow.